Hello and welcome to a completely new video for the channel. So those of you that have been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I've done a lot of DIY, a lot of Tesla repairs, a lot of very basic things to help people repair their own cars. Now, I've been in and around cars, working in the motor industry for about 15 years. So it's been a very long time, and I've owned a variety of cars, from very cheap cars, Maseratis, and also Lamborghinis, BMWs. So I've owned a lot, and I've repaired a lot of vehicles. And like most of you, I imagine you're going to be similar to me in that you like watching content on YouTube. So you like watching stuff here. People like Matt Armstrong, Chris Slicks, Tavarish, all those kind of creators where they're buying these vehicles, repairing them, and then ultimately recording the process. So I thought, why not have a go? Now, I'm currently logged into Copart on my laptop. Coming up in a bit, it's going to be a car that I've really wanted to buy for a while. Now, I sold my Lamborghini a couple of months ago, and this particular car, without saying too much, because I don't want to give it away straight away, it's a vehicle that everyone I speak to says you have to own one of these cars. You have to own this car. If you've not driven one, you'll never understand. Now, I've had a lot of cars. I've owned cars in this brand, but they're not this car. So we're going to be bidding today on a Porsche 911. So it's a 991.2 turbo, and it's a really good spec. So I've never owned a 911 before, but I thought this is a really, really good way to get into something for the channel. It will give me something to do. Now, this isn't just, to try and gain loads of subscribers. If that happens naturally, wonderful. This is more for me. I enjoy a project, I enjoy a task, I enjoy a challenge. So the idea of buying a car from Copart has appealed to me, and I've bid on hundreds of cars and not managed to win them. But this particular car, I'm going to go hard for, because I think it's a really nice car. I really like the colour, I really like the spec. I will show you what it is if and when we win it. So it's going to be coming up in a minute, so we'll bid and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're in. We're winning. Let's see what happens. We're winning. This has gone way above what I think I should have bid on this car.
Bonus time.
Okay, first bonus time. Bonus time's annoying. I feel like you should just win the car. If you get to the stage where you've got it, you got it. After the second bonus time, hopefully we'll get it.
Bonus time.
Okay. We're on second bonus time. We're nearly there.
Sold on approval.
Yes. So we won that one on approval. So that was sold on approval. So I got the high bid on the car. Sold on approval means it's going to go back to the insurance company for them to either accept or reject that offer. So I'm assuming it didn't meet what they thought it was going to meet. I'll explain a bit later on in the video what I had planned to bid on this car and where it's got to. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Normally they're quite fast at coming back and countering if they want a better price. So let's see, let's see where they go. Pretty much straight after that sale ended, they came back to me. They countered the bid. So I'll let you know, I bid up to £41,000 on this car. Initially I wanted to be at about 40,000 with all the fees included. So bidding up to 41 without any fees included, I went way over what I thought I was going to be bidding on this car. They've counted me at 46, and I immediately went back and said, no, I'm happy at my 41. That's what I want it for. That's what you should sell it to me for. So we're now, just waiting for them to come back and say to me yes or no, whether they want to accept that offer. They were quite quick to counter, so hopefully they'll be quite quick to accept or reject that. And then I will be able to show you the car. Hopefully, if we win it, I can show you the car that we've won tomorrow and what I'm going to be rebuilding. And I'm really excited, so hopefully they do accept the offer. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, we won the car, £41,000 plus fees. So Copart fees are very expensive compared to some other places. So if you buy a car from BCA or another car platform like that, you pay under £1,000 in fees for any sort of car you buy. Normally it's sort of between £300-500. With Copart, the fees are massive. So I won the car at 41, but in total I'm going to end up paying nearly £44,500 for this car. That's because there's a Copart fee, there's a lot of retrieval fee, there's loads of fees they add on. But yeah, £44,500 out the door, which I think is okay. The car's worth 88 retail. It says I know it will never be worth that because of the Cat S damage on it. But I think to buy the car at 50% of its retail value from Copart these days is very good. Where I've watched a lot of cars go through Copart. I've bid on a lot of cars on Copart, and they tend to go for sometimes 2/3, 3/4 even of the value that they'd be worth. Well said, they're damaged, and it's just I don't see how people do anything with that. As I said to you at the beginning of this is not a money making exercise. This is more just something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy repairing cars, fixing cars. So the opportunity to repair my own car that I'll then be able to use at the end of this, yeah, brilliant. It's a brilliant option. What I'll do is I'll include the pictures from Copart now. My understanding of this car, so before I bid on this car, actually, it's probably worth mentioning this. Before I bid on this car, and before you bid on any car, especially on Copart, always run checks. So I ran a total car check, and I also ran a car vertical check. Now, you'd have heard of car vertical. Every YouTuber is sponsored by them. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have enough subscribers to be anywhere near that. But I run both them checks anyway. And what that showed me was the previous history of the car. So I'd seen that it had been wrapped. I'd seen where it had been sold before. I knew that it was category S. But I also found out the car was stolen. Now, that was in the additional information as well. So I have no idea what happened to this car, but it seems like it was listed around the time it was written off. So I wonder if it was a car that was stolen on a test drive, or if the person that was potentially looking at the car stole it, because the car comes with a key, but nothing else, according to Copart, which seems weird. But my thinking is that if you were selling a car, for example, you'd keep the V5, the service book in your house, and you'd go for a test drive with the person with one key. And that's what this car comes with. So I wonder if this car was stolen on a test drive or similar, and then crashed as a result, because looking at the pictures, and there's no description on there from Copart to say that it's got the altered VINs, which normally you get with a stolen car. So I imagine this was stolen and then crashed pretty soon after. Although it does appear that the crash on this car was around June 2025, and we're now April 2026. So it's been sat for a long time. It's been sat for a very long time. So yeah, anyway, I ran those car checks to make sure that I knew what it was that I was buying. That gave me the history. I was also able to then find out where the car had been listed for sale previously in previous years. I tried to contact them to get a bit of information about the car, but no one came back to me. I am still trying to find the previous owner of this car. So if by chance you're watching this, or you know the person that owned this car before I bought it, get in touch. It's a pretty memorable car, I would say. There's not many of these around, really, all things considered. So yeah, if you do know the person that owned this before it went to Copart, or if you are the person that owned this before it went to Copart, get in contact, because obviously I'd really like the service history, which is not with the car. And in an ideal world, being able to get the V5 rather than having to go through the VCS2 process would be useful. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. Next thing to do, collect the car on Monday, and then we'll be able to start taking it apart and then building up a list of parts that we need to order. Okay guys, so we're here. We're at Copart Newbury to pick up the car. It should be hopefully coming out from over there in a minute. It's quite busy today, so yeah, we'll see when it comes out. I'll get you some pictures and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Hopefully it's going to be a good one and a nice car for me to do as a little bit of a project. But yeah, we're here, we're waiting, and we'll see when the car comes. Guys, Porsche 911. A little bit bent up in places, but yeah. Okay, so I've just bought this. As you can see, it looks very, very nice from this angle, but there are definitely worse angles. As you can see. We've got the dashboard airbag and the steering wheel airbag are both deployed. Somehow the windscreen wiper has come off. Windscreen is smashed. Both of these front wings are broken, both headlights are broken. The front bumper obviously is broken, all the grills, this radiator, that's also, this radiator is also perished. This wing, seen better days. And then when you go into here, as you can see, the wings have ripped themselves off of the mounting points. This side is even worse. So there's the mounting bolt. That's where the wings currently sat. This one's bent, that one's bent. Battery is completely flat, so we need a jump pack to get it going. The first thing we're going to have to do, which we're going to do now, is to remove all of the front end. We'll take all the damaged panels off and then we'll know exactly where we are. So for now, what we're going to have to take off is the bonnet, the front bumper, both wings, headlights, and then we'll see what's behind that crash bar, because I think that's bent as well. So we'll take all those bits off and then we'll see where we are. Okay, both my ramps are out of use, so I'm having to do this on jacks for now, but we'll still get it done. So I'm going to have a nightmare trying to get these headlights out because I haven't got the headlight removal tool, but it was supposed to be in the car. But more than that, they've been pushed back a good 6 inches and where they should be. So I think the holes wouldn't line up even if I did have the tool. So I'm going to have to work out a way to try and get them out of the car, which is not going to be easy, but not impossible. So we'll just carry on. Let's try and get it. Okay, so I've just been looking into how to remove these headlights because when I look through the holes in here, which is where on the older ones you'd stick through a tool and it would help you remove them. There's nothing in there, so I don't see how that could be the case. I've just had a look. It says that there's bolts on the bottom of these. So on the 991.2, which is what this is, there's bolts underneath the headlight, underneath here. Now I might have trouble getting to these because of the state of this, but I'm going to try to see if I can get these headlights out. So as you can see, although bent, there's a little connector just in here, a little nut. I think you must only have to loosen it on a normal car, and then the headlight will slide forward. Now, because mine's so bent, I'm going to have to remove these nuts in their entirety, because otherwise it's not going to come out. Aha. Okay, now we've got that headlight out, it's time to now see if we can get this wing off. So, as you can see, this here is all bent. This is why I had to take them screws off. Ordinarily, your headlight, you'd be able to just loosen them bolts off and it would slide in and out through here. But with this being so bent, it wouldn't clear. Lots of remnants, smashed bits in here. So, yeah, let's keep going. Get this wing off. You can see where we are. One damaged bonnet removed. So got the wing off, got the bonnet off. The wing, as you can see, is pretty bendy. It's got a big bend in it here. And then on the inside, this plastic piece is perished. They were already ripped, so I need a new one of them. And then, yeah, those were the 3 bolts underneath the front. Hopefully this bumper bracket I can save. And then there was a bolt that went up there, one's across there. So that's it. That's now going to the scrapyard. It's a little bit perished. Headlight, oh, very, very, very bad. Not supposed to be able to see inside. Okay, now I've taken this headlight out. This was the one that was pushed up and looked really bad. I think this is where the bulk of the damage was. I found some additional bits of damage that I was hoping wasn't going to be here. So the first one is that the connector plug for the headlight is completely smashed to pieces, as you can see. It's absolutely ruined. So that's going to need a new connector plug for that. But I might need a new front end harness anyway, because all of these are broken and ripped apart, and they're not on the bumper, they're obviously just part of that. So yeah, next thing, take these fender liners off. As you can see, they're all ripped and damaged as well, so they're going to need replacing. Get this wing off, and then we can start going with the radiators. So this one here, aircon radiator is broken, but also the regular radiator behind it is also broken, I think. Assuming there's supposed to be something on that. It's definitely broken here. So we've got all the panels stripped now. All of the damaged panels are off the car, so that puts us in a really good position to be able to now work out what it is I need to buy to get this Porsche Turbo back on the road. So if I quickly show you around now, I can show you what we've seen now that we've uncovered the car by taking off those panels. Radiator hose is meant to connect onto here, it's completely disappeared. All the brackets have smashed off. This is for the headlights, so this has completely broken. All of the housing for the connector has gone. But there's no chassis damage at all. So if you go over here, there's no damage to this tub anywhere. There's no damage to the sills. That there, so the car was wrapped at one stage, blue. And these are the remnants of some of the blue wrap that was on the car. So on this side, there's quite a lot of wiring issues on this side, but not enough that we can not resolve it. Across the front, again, all of this is in good condition. There's a very slight bend on the top of this crash bar, just here. I might replace that, I might not. It's literally the smallest bend on there. This radiator is not as bad as the other side, but you can see that it's damaged. So just in here, it's taken a big hit here. So that needs replacing. Plus a lot of the brackets. Are snapped. So we need to replace them. So that whole radiator pack will have to be replaced. Wiring on this side is all good. As is, again, the sill, the body, the tub. All of this is fine. The fact this car got a category S marker is a travesty, because it doesn't need to be Cat S. It's all body panels. The only bit I found that's bent is that, but it's bolt on, bolt off. So yeah, that's where we are for the Porsche for now. Yeah, so really exciting project. If you want to see the rest of this project, see me come through to the point of finishing this, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and then yeah, hopefully you can follow this through to the end.